So there is a lot of confusion around property taxes in Texas and what we are actually taxed on. So I wanted to do this quick video to kind of clear some of that up. And the most questions I've been getting lately this time of year, because it happens to be in June, many people protested their taxes and some got even a reduction, and they've come to me assuming that their taxes will go down. But that's not always the case. So I wanted to kind of just explain this whole concept. This I actually took is a real example from online. I just kind of whited out a few of the things. But here is a homeowner, and this is a primary homeowner, so they have a homestead exemption. If you're looking for that, it will always be on this. Everyone gets this same bill every year with the notice of the assessed value that the county has the home listed at. So when you look at that, you can see over here there's an exemption line, and it will show if you have an exemption. Okay, so that's the first thing you can look at. But the other thing to really take note on is there's really two key values to look at. There is an appraised value and a market value. Some counties have them listed a little bit different, but the market value is the value that the home should be able to sell for based on what the county's assessment is with their appraisers. So this home happens to be appraised or worth for market value $496 from what the county has in file. Okay, but the county last year only taxed this homeowner on a value of $405. That's because the prior year they've been homesteaded and there was a cap. And what this cap does is after you've been in the home for more than one full calendar year, you are capped. If you have a homestead, max amount would be 10% over last year's value, okay? So last year, this homeowner was taxed on $405 with their homestead exemption still. So now this year they got in April, they received this statement that shows that their home now, the market value is $508. Well, what does that mean to them? That last year they had the market value of $496, but now last year they only paid $405 based on the $405 amount. So this year you would take that $405 and you would multiply that times 10%, so times 1.1. So the max they can be taxed on this year in 2024 is $445. You can see that number right here. So that's what the county is saying. Even though the home in their eyes is worth $508, they're only going to be taxed this year on $445. So let's just say you filed a protest against the county saying that you don't think your home is worth $508. Let's say that they agreed with you and they came down 20 grand. So they came down to $588. So now, or sorry, $488. So now your house, this homeowner's home in the county's eyes is worth $488. Will their taxes go down this year? No, they will not. And here's why. They're only being taxed on $445. So even if you lowered that amount, it's still higher than what they're being taxed on. Now, going into 2025, we would take this $445, and regardless of what the county assesses the home at, we would take that same $445 and we would multiply that times 1.1. So $490 is the highest that their tax bill can be taxed on next year. Well, we just said $488 is what it came in at this year, so now their taxes still might go up another 10%, even though there was a protest filed and won. So I just wanted to explain, I know this is a confusing concept, this 10%. The good thing is we have this 10% cap every year that our taxes can't go above that amount, but it doesn't necessarily mean that if we fight it or if the county brings some of the taxes down one year to another, it doesn't mean we will be taxed on a different amount. It always goes off of this appraised value or assessed value that is what the homeowner is having to pay on. So I hope that makes a little more sense. Let me know if you have any questions at all, and I'd be happy to walk through your specific example if you need that.